Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is QUY and I am from Lương Thế Vinh Secondary School. Today, I want to share with you a very interesting topic. But before that, let's enjoy some art. This is called The Persistence of Memory, made by Salvador Dali. This image shows that time can be bent in some way in different areas. So that's why today, I want to bring you about space-time and white holes. But before that, let's get to know what exactly is a white hole. In a typical black hole, it has its atmosphere, its event horizon, and its singularity. Anything that crosses a black hole's event horizon, it will get sucked into its singularity. But if this is mathematically correct, then many scientists say that there might be a white hole in our universe where anything that crosses its event horizon will get thrown back out into space. But in 1964, Igor Novikov, a Russian cosmologist, has done some research about space, and he calculated that white holes are real in our universe. But simply, we just can't prove it because our universe is very big. But one day, a physicist used his telescope to do research about space, and he found a hole in the sky. This hole, however, is shooting out asteroids rather than consuming them. So he believed that he saw a white hole. But unfortunately, he was alone, so nobody believed him. As we can see here, if anything crosses a black hole's event horizon, it will get sucked into its singularity. But anything crosses a white hole's event horizon, then it will get thrown back out into space. Now we have a very clear understanding about white holes. Let's take a look at what space-time actually is. First, we think space and time is different, but no, it's actually combined together like bone and flesh. Space-time is flat, but when our Earth in space sits on it, it will get curved. Time closer to the curvature will move slightly faster, but time outside and further away from the curvature will move slightly slower. So this shows that time can be different based on where we are in space. But how can space and time bend? That doesn't make any sense. So that's why Raymond's curvature tensor was born. This shows that when space is flat and time is on space, space will be at 0. But when space is curved, then time will be curved even more, just like space is. Now, we still don't understand how time and space is curved. That's why Albert Einstein made his field equation, also famously known as the law of general relativity. This is the equation. You might be thinking, what is this? Why is it so hard? But don't worry, I will go through it one by one. This is called Einstein tensor. It's represented with the uppercase G and mu. This shows it's just a function of Ricci tensor. But Ricci tensor is just a simplified version of Raymond's curvature tensor I just showed you. Einstein tensor also say that the curvature of space-time is in the 4th dimension. This shows that when it's in the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, and time. Next, this is the cosmological constant. This shows the amount of our universe is expanding over time. Lowercase g, mu, and nu shows the metric tensor. This shows the shape of the curvature. Next, 8 times pi times uppercase g. Uppercase g is just a fraction of Einstein tensor. Divided for c to the power of 4. C is the speed of light when light crosses through the curvature of space. And finally, times uppercase T with mu and nu. This is the stress energy tensor. This shows how many energy is in an object. Right here. This object has how many energy? Every object in Earth has energy, like neutron, electron, positive and negative electricity. So, the mass and energy distribution can cause the warping of space-time, and the warping of space-time can make mass and energy to distribute. So this shows that anything on Earth, if we put it in space, it will make space-time curved. But it's just not dense enough. When we make it denser, it will curve in more. But be careful, or else it will turn into a black hole. One more theory is that beyond a black hole singularity lies our universe, but in reverse. So if we could travel through a black hole singularity, we can go through the other side, like a white hole. But it's just a matter that if we stay alive or not. And this is a reverse time of a black hole. So if white holes exist and we could travel through a parallel universe, we might invent the ability to time travel. So what would you do if you had the ability to time travel? For me, I would use it on to bring back the COVID vaccines and COVID medicine back to the year 2019 to save over millions of lives by now. But many of you are going to think that, what if you trigger the butterfly effect, where if you change the past, there might be consequences in the future? But that is for another theory. For this one, thank you for listening.